Welcome back to the Business Simple podcast. It's your host, James, and today I have our first ever 3-person podcast, which, looking back at all the gear here, there's a bit that's been involved in putting it together. Welcoming back both Sam and Graeme from Agentary. It's been a big year. I'm excited for this one. Really, really excited. Cool. So why don't we sort of start with both of you individually have been on the podcast, and a cool story about how I've kind of wound up involved with what you're doing is following your episode, Sam, that we did. You mentioned in that you and Graeme were going to be teaming up, like working together, and I was like, I'd probably like to be a part of that. That sounds pretty cool. So tell me how you guys wound up, obviously, with the merge and that sort of thing. How did all that go at the start of the year? And then we can kind of just take it from there.
Yeah. I'll lead the way.
Yeah, it was good. So, we had the podcast, and we obviously got you, we met up with you for coffee and started talking about, what we could do together. And, me and Graeme went away and thought it was a great idea. Then we signed on the lease to this building pretty quick and moved in, and it was just the two of us setting up our desks, and didn't even have Wi-Fi to begin with.
So we'll send some photos through. You can pop them in the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty barren at the start.
Yeah, so we really bootstrapped it at the start. That's just how it was, and now we've just been continuing to grow, and it's been pretty exciting, yeah.
Yeah, well, we pretty much decided it wasn't really worth being each other's biggest competitor, and we'd go a lot further together.
Yeah, and that has very much been how it's been this year, right? Like it's there's been a lot of growth that's been really cool. Coming in here now, it's a pretty full office space. There's 8 people across Agentary.
Yeah, 8 or 9 now.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, with hopefully a few more to come over the next little bit, which is pretty exciting. So run me through this year. Obviously, we've had the incorporation of other services like the ads product and things like that, which we'll talk about a little bit as we get further into it. But how have you found just growing? Like neither of you had really had staff in a big way before that. Like, has it been as expected? How's it sort of been?
It's been awesome. Like we've been super, super fortunate with everyone we've brought on board. They've just taken things to a whole new level, and it's allowed us to bring on more clients, free up a bit more time for us. I think has been really big. The amount of hours we were doing at the end of last year was just hectic. So to not have to do that this year has been incredible.
Yeah, like I remember last year, both of us were doing like 100 hours a week most weeks, especially towards like summer and like the peak season. And we got way more work done this year while not having to work those same hours. So it's been pretty pivotal. We're just looking forward to next year and growing the team further. So
yeah. And for the first, like, because it hasn't even really been a full 12 months, right? That you've been,
financial year was when we merged.
Yeah. And you're in the office from Jan, is that right?
Yeah,
end of last year.
Yeah, December.
Yeah. So it's been like 12 months since you're even working out of the same space, right? And from a team perspective, it's been crazy. But also, you guys, with being able to do that more work, revenues, you're not 1 + 1. That's 3 or 4. It's continuing to grow, and it appears obviously like whenever I open up my feed, all I see is if it's a real estate video, it feels like you guys have had your touch on it, whether it's someone looking at something you're doing and replicating it, or it's a video done by you guys. Have you continued to like push the envelope with the editing and with all of that sort of stuff, and what's been going on this year in that space as well?
I think a lot of that is obviously everyone we've brought on board. Everyone in our team is super creative, so that not just our ideas are what's getting pushed out there. Everyone's bringing stuff to the table, and having so many creatives in an environment, it bounces off the walls, bounce off each other. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and just like hiring people that are actually better than us to do the job and have the time to actually focus on, getting better. Like I've been stuck in the, same thing over and over again, and I haven't really, looked for ways to improve my editing, whereas we've got a team now that can actually focus on that. And like this sort of stuff that's been cooked up by Lava Boy has been pretty
some of you guys might know him.
Yeah. It's been great to have the team.
Yeah, nice. And what's been happening with, I know like AI is becoming a little bit more of a thing with, especially like the property editing. What's your take on that?
I think it's not going to replace us
I don't know.
It's going to be the people who know how to edit are just going to utilize it to make better videos.
Yeah.
And that's what we've sort of seen so far, especially with the property developments, because we get the renders and we can turn it into video.
Yeah, we've our head editor Harsh, he took like a drone shot of a bare section and had all the the development actually build up out of the ground basically, and it just looked like wicked, and the clients were super happy. So,
and it's probably something you'd spend 20 grand with an animation studio a few years ago.
Yeah.
And now it's something we can do.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Yeah, just that like access, and even for like the hooks, because obviously there's so many, like everyone that's releasing a listing now is doing a video, or the huge percentage of it. You can do stuff that's visually really different. Is probably the biggest thing I've noticed. And I know overseas there's some really crazy stuff that happens, but even just like some of the transitions and the effects and stuff like that at the start are pretty crazy.
Oh
Yeah.
Great way to grab attention.
Yeah.
So this is what I try to do. Yeah, it is. It's an attention economy.
Yeah, for sure. And what are you thinking about? Obviously, a lot of the stuff you guys shoot is 9x16, like for reels. Has that been a big trend that you've seen? Like, is it this year that started, or was it before? How are you finding that?
You're probably better to speak on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's been around probably 2 or 3 years now. So, I mean, that's been something we've implemented quite a bit. I think that
you were the first to bring it into Crush.
Yeah, we were one of the first to do it with John Fulton, so sort of pioneered that space. But I mean, like we're getting it more and more. Like the big thing with the sort of packages that we offer is we've got ones that have 1 reel, some that have 3, some that have 5. So it's about I guess getting the most out of the one real estate video. To push on social media.
Yeah, getting as many eyeballs as you can, and obviously, it's beneficial for the agent to be seen more and sell those higher packages because it's them who's getting pushed out there in the reels.
Yeah, for sure. And they love that, right? Like they want the promotion side of themselves as well as the listing. And so the more like techie they can seem,
it snowballs.
Yeah,
it snowballs because the more listings they sell, the more reels they get to do, the more eyeballs they get seen, the more listings they get.
Yeah. Do you know how many real estate videos you've done this year?
It's in the thousands.
Yeah.
In the thousands. We calculated the value of the property that we helped market this year, and it was over 1.5 billion. So pretty crazy number.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy
in 1 year. So
And so how have you managed like quality control across that sort of volume?
Yeah, it's obviously that was the big thing we were worried about hiring people, is that we'd bring people on board and it just wouldn't be the same. And that's what we've noticed our competitors have done, and that's how we've got quite a few clients. So initially it was just like no work was getting put out there until we were happy that it was like up to our standard.
Yeah.
And that's maybe like a 1-2 month training period, and like sitting side by side with our editors and our shooters as they learn. And just getting up to that level.
Yeah, sure.
And we're continuing to do that as well. Like over this week, we've got, now that we're a bit quieter during December, we're spending 5 hours tomorrow just going through editing together and just, watching over me, watching over Graeme, and just if there's, anything they notice that they can, get better at, then, they'll pick it up, and we'll probably learn some stuff from them as well. So.
Yeah, absolutely. As well as our Monday team meetings, we've got a learning session every fortnight. So everyone's bringing something to the table that they've learned editing-wise in the last week.
Yeah, sure.
Ways improved. So
something you pointed out, and this is like you would know as much as I have my sort of 2 cents in a lot of things here, that like a lot of people struggle with this scale. Right, like, and we've seen it. It's created some amazing opportunities for Agentary in general. What do you think it is that you're doing that's helping you to scale? I know you mentioned like the emphasis on learning and that sort of thing, but a lot of other really good videographers that are like super skilled have tried and found it really hard. And often they'll wind up back just doing it themselves or whatever, where they've got that control. Is it because you're both young guys, like and this is your first round with staff and all that sort of things. Is it just the people? Is it the training? What is it that's helping with that?
I reckon it's simply that we teamed up. Like I don't think I would have done this on my own.
Yeah,
without your help, without Graeme's help. Like the stress would have been like too much, and like I probably wouldn't have taken big leaps, whereas Graham's a big thinker and wants to take big leaps. So we kind of, I'm probably more of the pessimist and making sure like we're watching over the numbers and stuff, and maybe we should hold off till next month to get that thing, but
just do it.
just do it, yeah.
Just do it, yeah. I think also, having both of us here means that we were able to take holidays, which is something that we couldn't do last year, and that's I found that really beneficial. Obviously, you went to New York and got engaged. So
yeah, exactly. So I think having those little getaways as well was good to reset, and you have the time to actually think about the business and stuff. Yeah. So
and it's sort of a funny one because opportunities would open up for Agentary because the person's videographer is away. Like if you have one person you use, it's not just the, hey, I don't get paid while I'm not here, but it's also the agent's not going to delay the listing. They want to get paid too, so they'll find someone else. So you're able to manage your clients better, but also other people are going away. It's opening up opportunities and things like that.
Well, yeah, we'd probably have the biggest or second biggest team in Christchurch now, which just gives us so many opportunities, as you said, because we've pretty much always got capacity.
Yeah, we're continuing to grow that, so there's always going to be room.
Yeah, nice. And talk me through studios, Agentary Studios, because that was a bit of a curveball, but it's been quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like that's been a bit of a beast in its own, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we were getting a lot of leads for that sort of work beforehand, and we were just turning some of them away, actually.
Yeah, we'd turn them away, give them to other companies and not really getting anything out of it. But now to be able to have someone as talented as Ollie on the team, and he really knows a lot about, planning and, even quoting the right amounts. Like, some of the quotes I saw him put out at the start were kind of making me cringe because they were so big, but he just manages to sell them and
they get accepted.
They get accepted, and like, I mean, the end results are so much better than what either me and Graeme could have done. So it's been like, super beneficial having that part of the business.
We're learning a lot as well.
Yeah. And I think that could grow into something massive in itself. So
that balance between like the bringing in like fresh, enthusiastic, inexperienced talent, and also bringing in experienced, is an important one, and it's something that seems to be pretty like perfect here.
Yeah,
there's enough knowledge and that sort of thing coming through, whilst also like heaps of people that are trying to get in and make things happen. And
I'm saying,
not everyone. I don't think everyone can. Like, it seems you guys have really good training in place because I don't think everyone can just take on people that aren't super experienced and then pull them up to speed at the pace that you can. But also, once again, like when opportunity knocks, it's good to open the door sometimes to those experienced people and that sort of thing too.
100%.
Yeah. And how have you found, obviously, both of you individually working from, like, I'm assuming just home prior and shooting and things like that. Do you find there's a nice rhythm with the office thing? Like what's that all sort of been like?
So good. Yeah, you actually have like flow to your day now. Whereas before it was, you'd probably be editing until, I know for you were editing till like 1 a.m. You'd roll out of bed and head to your shoots.
Yeah.
Versus me, I'd get back from my twilight shoots at about 10 o'clock at night, send off all the photos, go to bed at 11, wake up at 4:30, 5 a.m. and start editing before I had to go out and shoot at midday.
Yeah, like it was literally just eat, sleep, and work. That was it. Like,
and sometimes it was eat and work at the same time.
It was eat and work and sleep at the same time. Falling asleep at the laptop.
Yeah. I mean, that was something we'd obviously done a bit of work together, Sam, prior, and that was something that had always impressed me, was that like speed to turnaround thing. And you'd shoot something and then you'd get an email at like 2 a.m. and it was your edits and it was the same day, and you're like, how's this even like but I suppose you're probably reaping the rewards a little bit of the not having to just do
100%. Just having that team in place, and one of the big pivots was bringing Emily on board to help with our operations and just like handling all the stress and admin. So it's been like
I look back at it and I'm not even sure how we were able to not take bookings throughout the day and then get home at like 11 o'clock and put all the bookings in the calendar and people not getting pissed off for just delaying it.
Just like peak season would just be insane. Like you'd be getting, I think, I had Ben come and film me one day and we had like probably 10 bookings come in on one day, and you're doing that while you're just before you drive to your next shoot and making sure that gets booked in, and then you got 5 or 6 shoots on that day, and then you got to edit that night, and it's just it was not sustainable.
Probably a good learning curve.
Yeah.
I think about early digital simple days and like some of the bigger accounts we had then, and there was a lot of that going on. It was like staying up all night making new ads because the cost per lead had gone up, and then waking up, you're into sales meetings or whatever, like different but the same, if that makes sense. And I think you do wind up appreciating having a team a lot more as well going through that.
100%,
That was a bit of the mindset as well. Like I knew that it wasn't going to be forever, that period last year. And if I just powered through that really hectic period, that it would get to the point where we've got the team, and then we've got all that work there because I was able to sustain it.
Yeah, sure. Have there been any kind of any key moments for you guys throughout this year where you felt like things have really stepped up, like any clients that have really pushed you creatively or anything like that that's made you a lot better?
I think I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it, but
I know who you're talking about.
They've been really awesome to deal with. Like having a creative director on board and working with some of the best talent from Australia. Getting that feedback all the time has constantly allowed us to improve.
Yeah. Like they know what how to market a property well.
Exactly.
So we've learned a lot of that through that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And thinking like typically, and I know for us at Digital Simple, we've always traditionally found the work environment of real estate really tough, just with the high turnaround times, huge expected output, things like that. What's that balance been like with you guys between the real estate and the studios work that you're doing? Is that aligned, or are you finding the systems are really carrying you through with the real estate stuff?
It's obviously there is that way quicker turnaround time with the real estate stuff, so we do have those systems in place. The studio stuff is nice. It's not as quick turnaround, so when you get a booking for that, it's almost like, okay, phew, like I don't have to jump onto this right now.
I think it's as long as like you're setting clear expectations, I think is the main thing. Like with studios, like it's Ollie's department, and he is good at setting expectations. Like come on, like it's not going to be done like that quickly. I'm not just coming home straight back from the shoot and getting edited straight away. Like it's just not how it works. So I think obviously like my clients have been so used to like same day turnaround or 24-hour turnaround, and so now it's just been explaining to them that, hey, look, I'm not here at the office till 3 a.m. anymore, bloody editing videos. Like we've got a team now. So you can expect your videos in 2 to 3 business days. And most people are pretty understanding of that. And hey, look, if there's times that they need it turned around quicker, we'll do it. But I think it's just setting those expectations.
And I mean, it's also no one else is doing it that quick. So if they were to go anywhere else, they'd get the same turnaround time as we now deliver. Even slower, probably.
It's high pace, like we said, the volume of real estate and things like that, it's a lot of bookings. Thousands of videos a year is a lot of videos a year. It's a heap. And let's go over ads, because that's a really interesting one.
Let's do it.
So something that we've built out this year is we're really trying to figure out what is missing from real estate that's a little bit different. And obviously we've got a heap of experience in marketing property. So we've built this system, and I feel like overall, and you guys probably are a little bit more in touch with the clients. We've obviously got a key one that I'm really good friends with. The feedback's been super strong from what's come through so far.
100%.
Yeah. So traditionally people are running like your OneRoof and all these different mediums, and they're getting what they get back as far as stats, and they don't really know how impactful they are. It's pretty cool, I think, being able to build something out that I think reflects the agents a little bit more, and like they can put their own kind of unique flavor on and that sort of thing. Got a couple of really cool clients in that space now, and it's going to be really interesting to see that grow, I think, over the next year. Yeah.
It might even get to a point where it overtakes the content. But it's very scalable.
I say it will.
Yeah, it has the potential, right? Like, because you can do it anywhere in New Zealand as long as you've got photos and video maybe, but you can just work it with photos. Like the barrier to entry is so low, and people are already spending on this, right? Like everyone's doing some form of digital marketing at some sort of package is a part of that. So just having those three options, I think I've been really surprised. I'm not sure about you guys, but the three options for everyone who doesn't understand are 500, 1,000, and 2,000. And then obviously if an agent wants something done outside of that, we're like, yeah, sweet. But I've been really surprised at the $1,000 and $2,000 ones that have come through. It seems like there's decent spend there.
Yeah, 100%. Like most people are choosing the $1,000 package, and like it's just like now it's just it's built into their marketing, and that's just what they choose. So I thought we'd wind up with a heap more agents with a lot more smaller packages, but instead it's been less agents, huge volume regardless, especially for how new the product is, and it's still, you know, we're still getting better every day with the way we do it, the new reporting and stuff like that's real cool. But that, like, it's majority $1,000 orders. Like that we would have done probably 70% of the ones that have come through would have been that size. Definitely, yeah.
But then also for some of like your bigger listings, those 2,000s, they go as well. It's a cool product.
Constantly seeing the ads on my face, so it must be doing its job.
Well, there's some campaigns that we've done multiple ad campaigns for, which sort of goes to show the product.
And the benefit for the agent, like it running through their profile rather than through an office profile and all of those things is, you know,
that's one thing you notice with like the One Roof stuff and their stuff. You know, it's just like, it's all just cookie cutter stuff.
Well, and it's the agent's not getting that profile as well.
Like, you know, they can't click on the profile and follow them on Instagram. So
not option for video in a lot of cases as well. And those landing pages, once again, it's a unique thing. It's I know we're as happens with you guys, but I know we're already seeing some I don't want to say imitations because it sounds like it's negative, but we're already seeing it being replicated across some other suppliers. But it is just one of those things. It's actually quite hard to fulfill, and having those systems in place and it all kind of working the way it is real cool. I'm excited to see that grow next year.
Oh, definitely.
Even the volume of orders still coming through now is solid in December. And as we're picking up new customers for it and things like that, a lot of them are really happy with how it's performing.
I can imagine January, February, March is going to be pretty chaotic. So I was looking forward to that.
Especially bringing on our salesperson as well. That's I think it's really going to kick that into the next gear.
So run me through your sort of plan around bringing in a salesperson internally and what you're kind of thinking and why and all that sort of thing.
100%. Well, I mean, this year, me and Graeme have just been so busy with like the service delivery side of things, and we haven't actually had a chance to really push things as much as we'd probably like.
It has grown a lot, but it's all through organic.
And like, you know, I've always said to Graeme and the team, like, you know, we've grown this much, like our personal companies before we merged, and now this company, like all through organic, like there's hardly been any paid advertisement or any real sales funnel or anything like that. So to now bring on a salesperson to really just be 24/7 hunting deals, like it's just gonna grow bloody 5x, I reckon, next year. So I'm excited.
It's gonna be big.
And so what's the person you're looking for? What are they going to do? It's talking to.
So mainly we're going to set up, like, you know, I guess a bit of a sales funnel first.
So it'll bring the inbound leads.
Bring in inbound leads, and
they'll have outbound as well. Selling for studios, ads, and real estate content. Obviously,
main focus on probably the ad stuff and a little bit of studios, but
well, the ads will lead into the real estate content.
Exactly. It can all cohesively work in together. Once we bring on an agent, they usually want to work with us in other areas. So
and they do seem to want one as well. They want a supplier that they give everything to.
And that's like the benefit of working with us is you're working with one company, and so there's not the headache of having to email all these different places, and you know, so
you just check a box.
How's photography been this year?
Good. I mean,
it's
just grown in line.
Just grow. It's the same as the video's grown. Obviously it's a lot cheaper entry point for agents. You know, if you've got like a $400,000 house, you might not get a video on it, but you'd get your $250 photos.
I would say like the video and packages stuff has actually grown faster than the photo stuff. So I feel like more agents are wanting to do videos now, which is good. You know, it's catching on more and more. And like it's very rare now. I find that people are wanting to do photo onlys.
Yeah.
Are usually trying to push for those video packages.
It's probably about 10% of our campaigns.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, right. Interesting. And that's just the vendor, right? If that's
Yeah, mainly the vendor.
Yeah.
But like, I have some agents that they're like, it's mandatory that they do a video. Like they say we won't list with you almost that unless we do a video. So it shows how important it is to market the property.
Yeah, sure. And you obviously have the blessing, I suppose, of working with what you can only call as like the biggest agents in Christchurch in a lot of regards.
In the country.
Yeah. What do you think it is that separates them from other agents that are coming up?
Relentlessly hard workers.
Yeah.
Even in being at the top.
Yes.
Don't quit. Yeah. Passion for it too, I would say. You don't work that long unless you're actually passionate about it. So yeah.
They're just so dialed in. They've got systems that work, and they just, as Sam said, work the hardest at it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, simplified is just work.
Yeah.
And that's what we've found too, right? Like it's just the hard work. You just got to put it in.
Yeah. Do you find that they're different to deal with? Like obviously more available, but what do you see the trends in terms of like getting feedback on stuff and things like that?
Easiest to deal with.
Yeah. If they have anything, it's very direct and it's quick to fix.
Yeah. They don't waste time on stuff that,
small things that won't make a difference.
Exactly.
Yeah. And is that, do you because they must just be with the pace they're working at, just time efficiency would be such a priority for them, right?
I'd say that's a big one as well, as efficiency.
Yeah.
Like they'll turn up to a shoot to do their intro and it'll take them 2 minutes and then they're gone. Like it's bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting, eh?
No script writing, just turn up, ask the owner, hey, what do you like about the property? Sweet, okay. Bang out like a 30-second intro and then
They're
they'll
gone.
go.
Yeah, right. So, yeah. And what would you, so then I suppose to ask the question in reverse, like the agents that are listing less with you, is it the opposite of that? Like are they slow? Is it?
Sometimes.
A lot of it's time in the game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
makes sense.
These top agents have been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah. And like, there's nothing wrong with agents that are new to it and don't have it quite figured out yet. Like we help them, hold their hand if they need.
Everyone starts somewhere, right?
Yeah. So it's also not, I guess, belittling that at all. Just making sure we look after them too.
Yeah, sure. And that particular because they've got the time to be.
Yeah.
And that, it's got to be perfect when you're on the way up and
100%.
that sort of thing.
Yeah, so you can appreciate that.
For sure.
Yeah, cool. What do you think's coming as far as real estate marketing goes? Do you see any big sort of changes over the next little bit, or what are you kind of watching?
That's interesting. I feel like we've seen a lot of AI this year. I think it's going to get to a point where people are just sick of it. From what I've seen, people want to see actual people. They don't want to see more AI.
Yep.
Obviously, in certain places, it's cool and gets attention, but like full AI videos, I don't think will actually happen.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to all, it all goes in waves, right? Like it will go crazy one way and then it might go back down to being really simplified and then it'll go crazy again one day and it'll just be a cycle like that. So
I think we might have mentioned this on my last podcast with you, but storytelling I think is going to become very valuable.
Yeah.
Because initially that's how you'd make a great video and then it was all about trendy stuff. And as Sam said with the waves, I think it's going to go back to that storytelling and that's going to be who's able to stand out the most on social media.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And I think about some of the videos I've seen produced out of here throughout this year, and the ones that do really emphasize that storytelling are the ones that I think like, wow.
Yeah.
You watch them, it's like there's almost some of them would have no AI. There'd be no, like it's but it's like voiceovers and it's really cool shots that are different to what you'd see, and it's still
memorable.
It's still focusing on that standing out piece because that's so important, right? But it's done in such a different way rather than just a really bold hook at the start or whatever. It's like just visually captivating and really engaging. Yeah. There's been. I mean, it's been awesome from my seat watching it all. grow throughout this year, and obviously being a part of the ads thing's been pretty epic, because I think that product goes nuts next year. I think once people realize how good that is, and like you said, it's been something where I think all of us would have liked to have spent more time talking to agents about it and doing those sorts of things. But as we have that person pushing it, it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
And also the expansion countrywide leading with that is so interesting, because you can start selling it. I mean, we've done probably 8 or 9 packages out of Auckland with it, all at like a really reasonable level. And that market, it has the same. It doesn't have anything that compares with that. There's nothing really that I've stumbled across in the country that's like what is there for that, which is really cool.
And the good thing about the ads product is, as we expand outside of, Christchurch, we can go to these new cities, these new, like Queenstown and stuff as well, and start selling that ads product without actually having to be there, build relationships with agents, and then
hit the ground running with clients when we want to take the content down there.
Yeah. And you've been spending a bit of time in Queenstown?
Yeah, a little bit. So we've had a few shoots down there recently. Obviously, that's a big part of our growth plan for next year. We sort of identify as there's not a lot of competition down there. And I think we'd be able to go in there and make our mark pretty quickly.
Yeah, cool.
So what we have.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But like beautiful property, right? Like it's such a cool place to shoot, and
I think the 2 properties I've filmed have a combined value of like 7 million. Which you're not really getting in Christchurch.
No. So it means we can charge higher prices, but also produce really good content.
It means we can spend more time on it as well.
It's
a big thing.
And so how do you juggle that? Obviously, with once again the volume is margin becomes an important thing too, and like the hours per project and that sort of thing. Well, is it like, do you manage variations really well? I know that's a big thing on our side with videos. We run into edit and then edit and then edit and then edit, but we are probably more comparable with studios, where I'd say you see a bit more of that. Is it just produce it really well the first time? Like what are you doing to try to control that?
We do have a really good system in place in terms of how we edit the videos. So most of the time we get an incredible video out there first try, and then obviously, as you said, sometimes you do get those revisions. And
I think it's first understanding like the client and what they truly want, as I'm getting a good brief from them. And if we've worked with them, a few times, getting an understanding of what they usually like and don't like. And then if, for future edits, like we usually nut it out in the first couple tries, and every video after that usually doesn't get any revisions. So
nice. Let's talk about next year. So obviously growth this year has been strong. But I think everyone sitting around this table is pretty stoked with how it's gone. And honestly, I mean, I was talking to someone about you guys the other day, and I was like, I don't think you probably realize how hard it is to do what you've done this year. You've made it look effortless to me, and I feel like I have a pretty good view of it. So maybe you've found it harder, but we're obviously going to continue growing, right? Like that's the plan. But you've got your salesperson coming. Is it more videos, more edits, more locations? Like what's your real, obviously ads? What's your kind of plan around that?
Obviously, like the big thing for us is getting off the tools. That's where we can sort of step up a level and focus on growing the business, because obviously that was the plan for this year, but we were just
longer.
It takes longer than you expect.
We're a bit naive to that, I think.
Everyone is, if it makes you feel better. I thought I'd be on a beach somewhere right now. So.
So we want to bring in more shooters, more editors, get that out of the way, and then we can sort of focus on setting up new locations, selling these new products, training the staff. Getting everyone like to an awesome level.
Because you know what they say, like if you're still producing the product, you don't really own a business, you're still self-employed. So I think it's just getting to that next stage of being business owners and actually, running the ship.
And you've taken a huge step this year, even in just being able to take the holidays and that sort of thing. Like that takes people a long time. And obviously you'd both been, self-employed for a while before the kind of merge of everything. But that in itself is a big step. Is going away and still like getting paid, or like having a business that's still doing revenue while you're not there is pretty awesome. And then you if you can, and it's a step that I feel like I take, and then I feel like I don't take, then I feel like I take, and it goes away. But that sort of like removal once again from like, you've got such a talented team and a capable team, is putting people under them and helping to boost them up and all those things is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What have your biggest challenges been this year? What have you found hardest?
What would you say?
Just stepping into a new role, right? Obviously we were both sort of, as you mentioned, self-employed. Now we have people that like we have to look after, right?
Yeah.
So it's a different mindset as well behind it.
Yeah. I think definitely the whole team thing has probably been like the hardest part. Not because the team's been difficult or anything, but it's just like
there's new skills you have to learn.
Yeah, there's new skills, like trying to learn how to become like a leader when you've been so used to only having to worry about yourself.
Rolling out of bed and not talking to anyone till like 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah. I mean, it's just more development for ourselves, Like, I mean, we went into this year thinking that would probably grow to like a team of 3 or something, but, it's been way faster than that. So, I think we've been forced to grow in good ways. So,
taking opportunities when they present themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And just like not being afraid to take them either, So, it's been good.
That's where you come in.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Didn't say about the ass is saying just do it.
Just go for it. And one day I'm just like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll like tell Sam about something, and then a month later he'll be like, oh, you know what, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, it takes me a while to get warmed up.
Yeah, it is something that you guys have got that I sort of am almost jealous of. Like I've done the whole digital simple thing by myself the whole time, and then I look at all my buddies, you guys, all these people who do things, and like they've got that other person. I think it makes things a lot easier when it's hard. I think it makes it a lot better when it's good. I think it gives you guys, what you guys have got that's perfect is like 2 extremely talented individuals, but like a very good balance that you mentioned before. And all my friends who've got business partners that I've seen do that well, that's what they have. The only danger is, and I think of a friend in particular when I talk about this, but if that balance is one person's really good at taking holidays and one person's really bad at it, or one, that could be, but that hasn't been a thing at all. It's both are all gas pedal, but different skill sets, which is,
I think we've got a very similar vision of the future and how we want things to work out.
Yeah, I think that's probably key as well, is like we don't have one of us going, oh, we should go this way. The other way, like we're actually very focused on the same thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is good.
The same North Star.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then you just find the way there together.
Yeah.
Rather than, it's cool. It's I think it does. It falls apart at that work ethic thing if that's the problem, but that's definitely not. Outside of that, the more different from each other you can be, almost the better. It's it's quite a unique one.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. And so we've got, obviously you want more shooters, you want more offices next year. That's a big thing that we've kind of spoken about a wee bit.
Yeah, we talked about a Queenstown office, whether that's obviously commercial real estate down there is really expensive. So we were looking at places where turning like the lounge into an office, and you got bedrooms there, so you don't have to get an Airbnb when you go down and stay. Something along the lines of that. Yeah. Maybe Auckland as well, depending on how Queenstown goes.
Yeah. I think we'll be back in Auckland next year.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was thinking about this the other day actually, but if I go to Auckland, I'll need a videographer on the ground up there. So there'll probably be some sort of synergy there that I think would be pretty easy, but big scale year, I reckon.
Yeah. We'll add Auckland to the Instagram bio.
Yeah.
Christchurch and Queenstown now.
As soon as there's boots on the ground, eh? Yeah. Nice. And then the ads product, obviously we're trying to put that everywhere.
Yeah. I think this next year is just about the same growth. Like, I mean, we did grow a lot this year, but that was really just sinking our teeth in a little bit.
Yeah.
I think, next year is just going to surprise a lot of people, I reckon.
I think the moment we get off the tools is going to be game changing.
Yeah. And so talk to me about what that looks like for you. So off the tools, what is your day? What are you filling your day with in the void?
I mean, it'll start with no longer editing.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that frees up our mornings.
Yeah.
A lot about like the vision is a lot of what it is, because I was talking to Sam about this morning. Having the CEO hat and having the creative hat and trying to wear them both at the same time doesn't really work that well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Even like some nights I'll be in here and I'll finish my editing, and then I'll finally just, switch out of that work mode of, pumping out edits, and then you actually get time to think about the business, and you like have all these ideas, and so we write them all down, and then now it's about actually taking action on them.
Yeah.
And we don't want to talk about them too much because it will give away our secrets. But I think just having that time to actually sit down, think about it, put it into action.
Yeah. Well, even just like I took like a 3-day weekend this weekend, just went home to Methven, and the sole idea of that was get my ideas on paper. And like the text thread we had was probably the best one we've had in a long time.
Yeah. Just getting excited about Shepherd.
Yeah. And it can be, I know that whilst like the revenue's cool, but the high workload can almost feel a little bit like a burden sometimes. I think, especially when you guys have the emphasis on like delivery and times and things like that you've got. I know we experience that at points as we'll hit a bottleneck in growth, and it's like, well, I could have just been smaller. Like you have those thoughts. And so I think the more time you have to get out of that and like really think practically around a lot of what we're doing, and I think the ads product's a good example of this, but also the way you guys are shooting and editing and the scale of the team and stuff like that is not the way that someone else has done it before. And because of that, you kind of have to stay really dynamic in your thinking because you're trying to come up with something new rather than, oh, there's this guy around the road who does this and I'm going to replicate that product. And the more time you've got to think about those things, the better. It's just, it allows you to find that path because there is one. Everyone sort of knows there is one.
I mean, there's nothing worse than like peak season and you're on shoots for 5 shoots, a day, and then you're editing like 2 or 3 of those. Like you got no time to think about anything else.
No, it's thinking about, how this video is going to turn out and then what song I'm going to use for the next one. And then, there's a revision on the last one.
Yeah. So it's literally all you're thinking about is this work. And then you've got no time to like take care of the team because like the team also needs that leader there. Because without that, then, they're kind of lost.
Yeah.
So just making sure that, we step into that role next, I think is going to be key.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's cool. And how are you, I mean, this is just a bit of a weird sort of line to go down, but being not creative, and obviously you two both very much are, what's you've obviously done a good job of systemizing something that's not very systematic. Like a lot of creativity is just like free flowing and just doing. How are you picking songs? Are you just watching other videos? Like where's the inspiration and stuff coming from?
When you get a bit stuck, you can do that.
I mean,
it definitely helps. I think obviously, ultimately, we're filming a house at the end of the day, and houses have the same rooms in each house. You might have more bedrooms in one. You might have, a pool in another, but ultimately, you're filming the same thing every time. So it's having that system in place where you go, all right, best shots, you've got agent intro, and then you want to show your kitchen, your lounge, your bedrooms, and you've got a certain order you do it in. So you've got your system there, and then you sort of give everyone like the creative freedom to go and do what they want and get creative.
Spin on it.
Yeah, put their own spin on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well, are you ever like stumbling across properties where you're like, I just don't know what to do?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
What does the process look like with that?
It's the same sort of thing. Like you have to fall back on your systems.
Yeah.
You've got a system that's worked for 1,000 other videos this year. So there's no reason it's not going to work for this one. But on site, it can get pretty daunting. And
yeah, there's like some as-is, whereas places or just like empty sections, and they're like the agent's like, just make it sick, and you're like, cool, all right, let's do it.
But we're lucky we've got like an incredibly talented team. So if we bring them some footage that, we're a bit unsure about, we look at the video, we're like, wow, that's incredible.
Some of the videos that come out, I'm just like,
don't know,
actually reacting like, holy.
Yeah. I think Ben's probably getting a bit annoyed here. It's been like,
Yeah, and that's probably another thing to touch on. So obviously you've got Ben in here, and he's growing a team and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
What's the overall like that culture in the office like, and how's everything sort of feeling with that stuff?
That's awesome.
Joe probably carries that.
Yeah, even though he's been shooting cricket all week.
Yeah. No, the culture's like amazing. Yeah. I'm really proud of how it sort of evolved over the year, I guess, and
obviously everyone we've brought on board is someone we want to spend time with.
Yeah.
And I think we sort of have brought people on board who we feel like get along with us, so they'll probably get along with each other.
That's a big thing in like the hiring process. I think we've focused on is like, are they a good culture fit?
Yeah.
I think that's really important. If you don't have that, I mean, it can work, but
Harder to manage, eh?
it's harder. Yeah.
Obviously, it's our first go around at this.
Yeah.
You've probably got a bit more to say about that.
Yeah, and I mean, we've spoken about it, right? Like as we've gone through different hiring things and stuff like that, I'm like, I've messed this up before. Like, let's try avoid this one, and it's been fun to watch, and at times kind of almost a glimmer of hope, because I've had cultural challenges this year, and so then coming into an environment where that's just not a fucking problem is real cool, because there's a good energy about it, and it's nice, and hopefully that means I can help you not misstep in some of the ways because it can hurt.
Yeah.
It can be,
I think as long as you got a good Christmas party to look forward to, and people want to stay on board. So
Yeah, I'm pumped for the claybird shooting.
Yeah,
I've done quite a bit of claybird shooting, I reckon. Yeah, I'm optimistic.
Better be getting the best score then.
I hope so. I was thinking about the other night. I was like, I should probably win this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I will or not, but I probably should. I probably should. Yeah, nice. And is there any other things? I know this podcast has been sort of planned out for a little bit. Is there anything else that you guys were kind of thinking of talking about on it? Like anything you've learned this year that you think could be really valuable for someone listening or anything like that?
I think, just don't be so pessimistic. Get someone in your corner who thinks big, and just go after it, and like
Just do it. Yeah.
just do it. Figure out how you're gonna make it work later on. Like, there's been multiple times where we're just like both later in the office going, man, I don't know how we're gonna get through this like next couple months, but we just managed to do it, and just about if you get to those points, just work through it.
And setting massive goals as well.
100%.
Yeah.
Like we set a pretty massive goal start of
Start of the year. And while we didn't necessarily achieve the goal, the run rate we were hitting at the end of the year was going to exceed the goal.
Yeah. So I think it's just like setting goals. I think I even talked about it in the podcast with you, like just setting unobtainable goals, and you'll actually surprise yourself. So we're gonna set some pretty unobtainable goals next year, and I'm pretty certain we'll get close. So
Yeah.
I would.
Touch wood. So and I agree. I think it's something that, like, because things get busy and big and painful. When I think about things at Digital Support, I think that's something that, like, I'm guilty of losing sight of. And I'm even big on like writing them down. I've gotten back into a rhythm of that, just going and writing down what I want to do and when I want to do it by, and all those sorts of things. It does really help.
Yeah, I agree.
You aligned. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you've sold the Porsche.
I have. Yes, got rid of it. Graeme's not too happy about it.
Also impressed.
Yeah.
Are you still loving yours?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just getting new tires this morning. So
Nice. That would have felt good.
Yeah.
Feel good driving it, not just swiping the card. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nice. Cool. I don't have too much else to talk about. We're pretty good as far as time goes. I think probably maybe if there's one final thing to touch on, it's a little bit of a, if you're an agent, you're watching this, if you're a business, you're watching this, like, do you sort of have anything little to say around if they're struggling with like a videographer, or if they're finding difficulty or whatever? What? Yeah.
I mean, just work with someone who knows what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, with that $1.5 billion in property marketed this year, we've had a lot of speak for yourself. We've had a lot of experience filming videos this year, and we've got an incredibly talented team that are constantly bringing creative ideas to the table.
Yeah, I think that's the key. Like, a lot of these, other videographers have been around for a while and they haven't actually really improved.
Yeah,
like they slowly get better, but our team is just like,
pushing it.
It's just going up and up and up. So if you want a team that actually is pushing the boundaries a little bit, doing things differently, and as a premium service, we're the ones.
Ultimately we've got those big goals, and there's only one way to get there, and that's by being the best.
Yeah. That's a bit of a punchy ending, eh? Yeah. That's a good one. I love it. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Well, hey, first 3-person podcast. It's a weird format, eh? It's easier, 1-to-1. It's easier 1-to-1, but that's all gone pretty well. Thank you very much for your time. It's been a sick year. I'm pumped for next year.
Yeah.
I'm pumped for next year. I do, like, as a closing note, I do think you guys have made things in business that are hard look very easy this year, and you both owe yourself a lot of credit for for that. It's really easy to get caught up in the pace and that sort of thing, and to not really notice how far forward you've come in real time. But feel here is cool. The growth you've had revenue wise is one thing, but like the foundations that have been laid in terms of the products and the systems and those sorts of things aren't. That stuff has real value, and you know, in a big growth year like what next year I'm sure will be, you'll fall back on those, like you said, and you'll really benefit from them. So yeah, it's been cool, and I'm pumped for another lap. I think it'll be a fun one.
Absolutely.
Cool. Thanks guys, appreciate your time.
Cheers.
Thanks, James.